Come on. One more question. When are you taking your TOEFL test? You can punch that into the chat. What date are you taking your TOEFL test? Tell me that. Tell me that. I just want to know how long you prepare. Some people prepare for like a few days. Others prepare for a very long time. All right. Oh, good. Oh, good. Oh, good. 24th of March. Oh, we got some March the 10th, April 21st. Not sure. Next Friday. All right. Good stuff. Good stuff. All right. So what we're going to do in this live class is get off our phones. We are going to look at the full essay structure for the independent essay. Okay. TOEFL writing independent essay. We're going to look at a full essay structure. I'm going to just quickly recap how you write the introduction. I'm going to quickly recap how you write your paragraphs. There are 2 paragraph structures you can use. I'm going to quickly recap. Number 3, the conclusion, a 2-part conclusion. Okay. Then what I'm going to do is, well, as we go through, you'll have the chance to practice as well. Writing an introduction, we'll just write 1 paragraph, and writing a conclusion. Okay. There's a structure that you can take with you into your exam. There's a structure that you can smuggle into the exam in your brain, and it's not cheating. In fact, it's very intelligent. It's what you should do. It's called preparation. So let's have a look at this. Actually, before we do, for those of you who are in the Zoom webinar and the screen is blurry, please watch this on YouTube Live. I've just put the link into the chat. No, I didn't. Now I have. Please click that blue link in the chat if your screen is blurry so you can watch this on YouTube Live. It will be clear on YouTube Live, okay? Okay, let's get started. So TOEFL independent writing, full essay structure. Let's look at the 3-step or the 3-part introduction. So this is it. Number 1, you'll write a neutral background sentence. Neutral means no opinion. Neutral means you're just setting the context. You're not giving your opinion. Just writing a sentence that provides some context to the question prompt. Number 2, you will rewrite the question prompt in your own words. Number 3, you'll give your opinion by starting the sentence with, this essay will argue that blah, 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 or this essay will describe why blah, 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 for example. Okay. So what we're doing with our introduction, in short, is writing an upside down triangle, because we start broad and then we start honing in. We rewrite the question, and then finally we get very precise with our introduction, and we tell the reader exactly what we will tell them. This essay will do this. Let me take you through an example one. This is what it will look like. So first of all, your neutral background sentence, right? Then what I'm going to do in the next part, when I rewrite the question, is I'm going to take this question prompt here, just any question prompt, this works, and I rewrite it into my own words. Okay, that's the second part. The third part is I write, this essay will. For example, this essay will discuss why blah, 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 blah. And I tell the reader exactly what I'm going to tell them. So you need to have an opinion, and you need to have your opinion by the 3rd sentence of the introduction. This essay will agree or disagree, or partially agree or partially disagree, or completely agree or completely disagree. You need to have your opinion by the 3rd sentence. In fact, you need to do a little bit of thinking before you start writing about exactly what that is. So let's do that now. Your turn. I want you to write a punchy introduction. In other words, a powerful introduction. Please spend 30 seconds reading this question prompt. All right, let's before we start writing, we need to think this through because we need to, first of all, we need to decide, number one, do we agree or do we disagree? If you haven't decided that before you start writing, then you're going to run into problems. Okay, so let's just decide whether we agree or disagree. So university degrees are becoming increasingly less valuable, as in they're not practical, they're not worthwhile. It's not a good idea to go to university anymore. Degrees, university degrees should be earned by gaining practical skills on the job instead of attending university. So the argument here is that universities attending classes, going to campus and studying theory and academic subjects is not really worthwhile. It's not a good use of your time. A better use of your time or a better way to earn a university degree is to just go and work in a job. Let's say you want to be an accountant. Okay, so you can go and do a 3-year degree at university in accounting and study all the different subjects for accounting. And then you come out at the end and maybe you get a job or maybe you don't. Maybe you know what you're doing, maybe you don't. Okay. So the argument here in these two sentences is saying it's better for an accountant to just go to an accounting firm and learn how to become an accountant on the job, learn the practical skills of day-to-day accounting. So now we need to decide whether we agree or disagree with this. And really we have 3 possibilities. We can agree that university degrees are now redundant and not very helpful. We can disagree and we can say, no, university degrees are excellent and are very worthwhile and very valuable. Or we can have a third opinion, which is like, yeah, university degrees are kind of valuable, but practical skills on the job is also very valuable. Okay, so that's the third option where we have both. What's yours? Just pop it into the chat. I'm just curious, actually. What do you think about this? Whoops. Let me have a look. Do you agree, disagree, or partial? Paula partially agrees. Asmita disagrees and thinks that university degrees are still valuable. Good, that's fine. Jonathan partially agrees. Somebody's already written an introduction, which is amazing. Gilane agrees. Fine, excellent. Okay, now that you've got that, we can go ahead and we can start writing our introduction. And first of all, we're going to write a background sentence about university degrees in general, in a background. Then we're going to rewrite this and say some people believe this while others believe that. This essay will argue my belief. Here we go. Time starts now. Don't worry, I'll give you more time to finish this introduction. In fact, let's go back. I'm going to give you twice the time. Let's start this again. All right, you probably should have written your introduction by now. Let's have a look at this. Nowadays, skills are very worthwhile and everyone tries to acquire them. Good, fine. I think you could have been a little bit more specific with skills. Maybe you could have said workplace skills, or you could have said academic skills, or no, probably workplace employment skills, job skills, something like that. That's fine. Some people believe that university, so this next sentence, you'll rewrite the question prompt. Some people believe that university degrees, whoops, where did that go? Are less valuable than practical skills that we can get on the job. Good. This essay will discuss why it's very important to have practical skills than it is to have just a degree from the university. Good. So well done. That's an excellent introduction. You've structured it beautifully. Your opinion's clear in the final sentence. That's good. Choosing a university is one of the biggest decisions we make in our adult lives. It determines our future and must be made very carefully. It is often said that university diplomas are not useful and should be more important than the experience gained in practical jobs. Although this point of view can be partially true, this essay will discuss why, in my opinion, for some specific areas, the university is helping to prepare an integral professional to perform his job appropriately. Good. Nice. You've taken that structure and you've elaborated and expanded it, which is totally fine to do. You've used the core structure of broad, rewrite the question, thesis statement. Good. Your opinion's clear. So your opinion is, for some specific scientific areas, the university is helping to prepare. Yep. Okay, good. I agree. For some disciplines, you need practical skills, and for some disciplines, you need to study at university. That's a fine way to look at this question. Nice. So we've just written the introduction. So now let's have a think about the structure of our following paragraphs. Usually we'll write 2 paragraphs, perhaps 3. There are 2 paragraph types, or 2 paragraph structures, I should say. One is the single idea paragraph, where you have one idea and you write about that one idea only, giving examples and evidence and reasons for that one idea. The other paragraph structure is a double idea paragraph where in the paragraph itself, you'll have two ideas. So let's just have a think about this. Let's say you're writing about, actually, let me just show you an example of a single idea paragraph. So the single idea paragraph, you'll introduce the first idea, which is like your opening or your topic sentence, okay? Then you'll explain that idea and give reasons, maybe 2 or 3 sentences of reasons. Then a couple of sentences, you'll give examples, okay? You want reasons and you want examples or evidence, maybe some statistics or maybe a research report, something like that. Then in the final sentence, you need a closing sentence where you refer back to that first idea. Let me take you through an example. So an opening sentence is, this one's about studying online, for example. It's effective. For example, they don't have to leave their homes to listen to the lecture. That's the reason. You can interact with your peers just by using your laptops. Then I give some evidence, for example. Then what I do is the final sentence is I conclude and I bring it back to the first sentence here. To be honest, this isn't a great paragraph. It's not very clear. What you want to do, let me go back. Let me just give you an example here. Let's say we're talking about studying online. So let's say the first idea, we're going to talk about convenience. Okay, that's the main idea. So reasons. Why is studying online convenient? Well, studying on a laptop, you don't have to attend classes. These are the reasons. I guess it's sort of similar to evidence, but we'll make a difference there. Laptops, avoid traffic, avoid travel costs. So all of these convenience factors, they're the reasons. Now we give some evidence. And we can say, for example, if you study online, you may save up to 2 hours that you would otherwise spend in traffic, okay? Or for example, studying online is much more convenient because you can study on your mobile phone, something like that. So you give evidence to this idea of convenience and perhaps evidence to this idea about studying on the laptop. Then in the final sentence, again, you talk about the convenience factor again. You just bring it back for a final sentence there, okay? Again, I don't think this paragraph was a great one. Anyway, I want you to write a single idea paragraph. So again, we're focusing on this question prompt about university degrees. Try to think about one main idea why degrees are still worthwhile or not worthwhile, and try and elaborate or expand upon that single idea by introducing that idea, explaining it, giving some examples, and then referring back. Okay? All right, is that enough time? Let's have a look. See what sort of paragraphs we have here. Degrees should be earned by gaining practical skills because it helps to be quickly operational for companies. All right, great. So there's your main idea. Right. Your main idea is that you should learn on the job so you can have immediate impact in a company. Great. Good. Clear. I like it. So here's the reason. In fact, when having practical skills, you are able to accomplish more specific tasks inside companies. Great. Example. My own experience is a compelling example of this. With my HVAC certificate that I get, I am able to be quickly productive for any company. Good. And then final sentence, linking it back. I strongly believe that the degree should be earned by gaining practical skills because of the fact of being quickly operational for companies. Good. The only thing I would tell you there is you've used that phrase quickly operational. In the first sentence, when you outline the idea that you're going to talk about, in the final sentence, you're basically saying the same thing. Use different language, say the same thing, but use different language. So, for example, instead of saying first sentence, you'll say to be quickly operational. Final sentence, you could say to be efficiently, to have an efficient impact on the company, something like that. Okay. Good. Nice. Nice paragraph. Well done. University degrees are becoming less valuable because there is no form to check. Okay. Okay, good. Good. This is fine. Angels is good. University degrees are becoming less valuable because there is no way to check if the information is actually true, in that you actually earned the degree. That's a different take on this, but that's still good. Okay, fine. So it's like the validity of the certificate or the degree itself. Well, this is totally true, by the way. So, okay, you haven't quite finished your paragraph. Let me read one more. University education helps you to get better jobs. Okay, this one is for university degrees. So it helps you to get a better job. Okay, so that's your main idea. So now you're going to expand upon that idea. Reasons. If you start doing a job just after your high school graduation, you would get the job of less skills. Fine. Instead, if you search for a job after your degree, you have a better chance to work in a higher position. Good, nice. Examples. For example, my brother is working in Axon as a senior manager, but his friend who didn't get a degree is still working as a supervisor. Final sentence, wrapping it up. Thus, a degree matters to get high position. Good, fine, excellent, well done. Good paragraph structure, you've done it well. Excellent, excellent, excellent. One more has just popped in, but I won't read that one. Good, so that's the single idea paragraph. Just before we look at the double idea paragraph, guys, if you need some help with your TOEFL, you can go across to this website. You can sign up for free, right? There's a free sign up. You can upgrade. If you upgrade, I think we have packages starting, let's just say it's cost effective. We've got hundreds of practice questions for reading and listening and writing and speaking, independent writing, independent speaking, etc. We've got mock tests. We've got lots of methods lessons like this one here, where we take you through all the different reading question types and listening question types and how to do integrated writing and independent writing. So there's methods. There's writing practice, and we also give you feedback on your writing. So you submit your writing through to the teacher. The teacher gives you feedback about what you're doing right and wrong. You can also sign up for one-on-one tutorials with our TOEFL expert teachers. They're 45-minute tutorials one-on-one. We have the live group classes, and if you miss them, you can watch the recordings. Lots more. So if you do need help, if you're a little bit concerned about your exam coming up, go to this website, check it out, sign up for free, have a look, and maybe think about upgrading to a paid package so you can, be well prepared. Okay, double idea paragraph. We won't write one of these, but I'll just take you through what a double idea looks like. So you introduce the first set of ideas. So for example, you could say something like, there are many reasons why studying online is a good idea. Okay, sorry, explain the first idea. Well, the first reason is that it's extremely convenient. For example, you can study on your laptop. The second reason is that it's very effective. For example, a recent study has shown that studying online is more effective than attending campus. Overall, studying online is more convenient and more effective. So this is what we're doing. We're inserting two ideas into a single paragraph. It'll look like this. There's your opening sentence outlining the main ideas. You might use a word like firstly, for example, secondly, and then indeed or something else to show your evidence. There's some more evidence, so you can put in two sentences of evidence, and then the closing sentence links back and wraps up your two main ideas, okay? So we won't write one of those, but that's just another type of paragraph structure you can write. If you haven't seen it, there's a video up here on YouTube where you can look at the double idea paragraph structure. Let's write the conclusion, okay? The conclusion's pretty straightforward. It just has two parts. This essay discussed the main idea from paragraph 1 and the main idea from paragraph 2. In my opinion, So what we're doing here is we're not introducing anything new. The opinion, you should have already mentioned your opinion in the third sentence of the introduction. So you're recapitulating, you're saying what you've already said, but just saying it again. Here, you're saying this essay discussed whatever you wrote in paragraph 1 and whatever you wrote in paragraph 2. So for example, this essay discussed how studying online is convenient and effective, okay? In my opinion, I believe that all university subjects should be taught online, something like that. So yours will be a bit different because you've got a different question prompt. But you can see here, actually, I won't bother taking you through that. It's a bit convoluted. Let's just write it. I think you get what to do. So write a punchy conclusion. I want you to, of course, you haven't written this. We've only written the paragraph 1. We haven't written this, but you can just make it up. What is the main idea from paragraph 2? This essay discussed your idea from paragraph 1. Make it up for paragraph 2. In my opinion, do you agree or disagree? Or do you have a balanced opinion? Either is fine. You have a couple of minutes to do this. All right, let's see how you went here. This essay discussed how university education helps you to get a better job and a higher salary. In my opinion, university education makes your future better. Doesn't get much better than that. Well done. I mean, that's quite simple. You could probably make it a bit more complex and your sentence a bit longer, and maybe some adjectives or whatever adverbs make it a little bit more, brighter. But in terms of a structure, beautiful. Let me just read it again so you hear it. This essay discussed, 1, how university education helps you get a better job, and 2, a higher salary. So they were the ideas in your paragraphs. Your opinion, in my opinion, university education makes your future better. Or university degrees are important or should not be made redundant, something like that. Good. This essay discussed, 1, the efficiencies and the productivity that a degree earned through practical skills offered. Sorry, efficiencies and productivity. Great. In my opinion, it is really worthwhile for people to opt for practical skills. Great. This essay discussed how university degrees are becoming increasingly less valuable and gaining practical skills on the job. Okay, fine. It's a bit hard to read. Angel, it looks like you need a little bit of feedback on your grammar and stuff there. Looking good though. Well done. Good structures. Good structures. Well done. Cool. What else we got? I think that's all. As I said, guys, by the way, if you're on YouTube watching this, please click the like button, subscribe to the channel so we can send you notifications when we're doing a live stream so you can watch this on your phone. That's it though. That's it. You've just learned the structure. Introduction, 3 parts. Background sentence, rewrite the prompt, this essay will. Paragraphs, 2 types, single idea, double idea. Your paragraphs need to have reasons and examples. Okay, follow the structure. Conclusion. This essay discussed idea 1, idea 2, in my opinion, XXX. That's it. That's the structure you need to use for your independent essay. Once you've done that, once you've practiced it, once you've got some feedback, you should be good to go for this exam. I'll stick around for a little bit to answer some questions. Any questions? No questions. Let me just read you one more. This essay discusses why university attendance and practical skills are important. Fine. In my opinion, blah, 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 blah. Any questions? Let me check YouTube live. Nope. Oh, good. Fine. Might be my lunchtime then. Guys, I'm going to leave you to it. If you do have any questions, go to help.e2language.com. Help.e2language.com. I'm going to go and eat some lunch. Bye.